Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Taurus, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy is going to be from the Heart Path Oracle, and a brand new deck, the Urban Tarot. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, please. What is the overall energy for Taurus, please, Spirit? Overall energy, thank you. Calculating karma, breaking the bonds. Wow. I don't think I've gotten this card before. Calculating karma, breaking the bonds. Well, first of all, how adorable is that frog right there? You know, anytime I see an octopus, I think of great intelligence. Great intelligence. Interesting though, there's all this kind of aquatic life, but then you have this intricate web of like the universe and the moon, and then like this text. Maybe I have gotten this card before. Ancient text. You know, anytime I see it, it's kind of like, it makes me think of how humans evolved as a species, right? Like we came out of, I guess we have reptilian roots that turned into mammalian roots. I don't know. We have like, I don't remember what scientist said it, but like we have like fish parts that, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's just like the origins of the human species. They say, scientists say that it started in the water. So I'm being called to clearly talk about that. So, where it all began. For you, looking at something and where it all began for you. But not just talking about like past lives. I'm not talking about that. It's more about if there's something, if there's a situation that you're dealing with right now on a spiritual, emotional level, you're looking at where it began for you. And you're trying to, it's like put the feelers out. You're trying to draw upon all the resources that you have to help inform you of how that story began. What are the roots, right? What are the roots of trauma? The words are calculating karma, breaking the bonds. It's almost like if you can unlock the roots of trauma, then you can cut cords with it, or you can heal it, right? It's this sense, especially like I practice Reiki. There's an aspect of Reiki, which is energy healing. There's an aspect of Reiki where you can send Reiki back to your past. You can send Reiki back to a traumatic moment in order to heal it. It's almost like the folding of a paper, right? On one side of the paper is the past, and on the other side is the present. And if you send Reiki, it's almost like you're bridging these 2 points and healing it in the present. I feel like I got that from Interstellar. I just watched that on the plane. That was such a great movie. But it's still like, I guess this is how they explain things, like time. Yeah, I did get it from Interstellar because they were talking about wormholes. But the same applies here with Reiki. Sending Reiki to the past to heal it, in a sense, brings it to the forefront and heals that memory in the present. Changes it, and therefore changes us. So I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. Six cards on the table. Let's look at the past energy. Prince of Discs or Knight of Pentacles. In this deck, it's the Urban Tarot, and so all the minor arcana have little descriptions. They liken the the Knight of Pentacles to the day trader. Right? Somebody concerned with the material world, earthly concerns. Clearly somebody who, you know, he's unloosened his tie, so he's put in a full day of work, kind of, you know, looking at all his stocks and investments. There's a thumbs up here, though, so it's kind of indicating, you know, we did good today. So there could be something in your past where you made an investment of some kind, an investment that, you know, perhaps turned out well for you, but with the 3 of Wands in the reverse, marked by the card Virtue, with the 3 of Wands in the reverse, Virtue in reverse, and this might not apply to all Tauruses, but I see it's kind of like Spirit telling me that you're saying to yourself, I kind of sold my soul for that job. Or I really didn't want to use all of my savings to invest in that stock, that company or whatever, but I did. And, you know, it turned out well, but I wish I had taken a different path. Or it could be something a little bit more deep where, you know, maybe you settled in a relationship or a friendship in the past. This is all in the past, because it was the safe bet. But you kind of sacrificed something, because I see this as a sacrificing of virtue. 3 of Wands typically talks about a card of waiting for the right moment. When the card is in reverse, it's like we've made our decision, but the cost of that decision was a little bit of our virtue. I feel a little regret in this energy. Because he doesn't, it's kind of a dark, dimly lit office. He doesn't look very happy. Barely just yay, good job. Kind of like that. Let me ask for a clarifier for the 3 of Wands in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Luxury. You got this card in reverse, though. I mean, 4 of Cups can be a card of apathy. We have 3 cups that are still standing, but one is spilled over, right? It's crying over spilled milk. It's this sense that we're not really enjoying what is in front of us. That's how the 4 of Cups has always struck me. And that Spirit wants to bring in a full cup for you, but it's like you're not paying attention. You can't see it, but the card is in reverse. So it's like Spirit is saying, you see it now. You see it now. You see the opportunity now that it doesn't have to just be about pentacles and coin, finances, or things of the material world. It can also speak to the cups energy, the heart space. What speaks to our heart? What speaks to our love center? This is in the past energy. In the present energy, 2 major arcana, 2 divinely guided energies. The moon and the mage, both in reverse. The moon, Pisces energy, and the mage or the magician, Virgo and Gemini. Let's start with the moon card. We can see here that the moon takes place in this like sewer setting, so not the most ideal, but the moon always suggests that there's something underneath the surface, right? Underneath the street surface, there's all of this kind of gruesome activity. There's like a crocodile here and like some kind of dog. This entity, this person doesn't seem scared by it, but is shrouded in mystery. And in the upright, it's like there doesn't seem to be any way to the surface. Secrets, illusion, confusion, right? Also with this too, here's the moon. What a beautiful synchronicity that is. Here's the moon and all of this mystery under the surface, right? Calculating karma, trying to understand the roots, understand our roots, where we came from. In the present energy, the moon is in reverse. Things now kind of bubbling up, rising up, causing us to have a little bit of insight, a little bit of wisdom is coming to the fore. I just heard in my mind somebody going to therapy to kind of unpack. Some of you may be also doing hypnotherapy, so maybe you are exploring past lives through hypnotherapy. But you also got it clarified by the magician in the reverse. In this card, represented by a musician, somebody like a composer, somebody trying to create vibration, but it is in reverse. Magician is the master manifester and uses all of the tools of the tarot. He has all of the tools at his disposal to be able to manifest. When the card is in reverse, there's something that's holding us back. Like we may have all the tools, but we don't know how to use them. Maybe no one ever taught us. Maybe it's a mystery that we are uncovering at this time. Let me get a clarifier for the moon. What is coming to the surface? 7 of Pentacles. And the word is failure. It's a very dark card. I kind of see like a traffic light here with a sign. It looks like a street corner in New York City. Honestly, now that I look at it, it's hard to see it from because it's very dark, but like when there's light reflected on it, it looks like the Flatiron District in New York City. This could be the Flatiron Building. Pretty spectacular sight if you've never seen it. But the word is failure. 7 of Pentacles talks about having made an investment into something and then being at this point where we're not sure we want to invest any further. So I asked Spirit, what's the secret? What's this thing coming to light? Perhaps you're looking back at past failures or what you deem, I'm not calling you a failure, maybe it's hard to talk about, but you're looking at things that you deem to be failures. And there could be a sense of regret, remorse. Right? This is kind of intense energy, Taurus. All of a sudden my throat chakra is like really starting to close up. Maybe it's hard to talk about. Maybe it's hard to think about. Maybe we've just been, trying to push that narrative under the surface. But remember when I was talking about the octopus and how it represents intelligence, it represents wisdom, evolution. It wants to emerge. The sea wants to reveal its secrets to you. Right? It's the key. It's the key to the calculating karma. And sometimes people think that like karma is all about you did something crappy to somebody and that means they're going to do something crappy to you. I mean, it can mean that. But a lot of times, it's like karma can just be overcoming our own doubt. And that's the lesson. Like, can you follow through with your divine purpose? Because maybe you couldn't do it in the past life. Can you do it in this one? In the future potential, 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant. Number 5 in the major arcana. Taurus energy. So 9 of Pentacles in the upright's really beautiful card. It's the Pre-Empress card. It's so Taurus. Sorry, Spirit. I was just thinking, Spirit. Taurus, you showed up in your own reading. Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. They're like, don't forget to tell them. When the sign shows up in their own reading, it's very significant because it means that I'm kind of locking into the Taurian collective, right? So 9 of Pentacles in the upright talks about Pre-Empress energy, the single, independent, entrepreneurial person who has amassed a certain kind of wealth or resources or stability and is really enjoying, as one can see in this jacuzzi, the fruits of their labor, right? The results of all of that hard work. When the card is in reverse and you got it in reverse, it kind of tells me that, it's not to say that you're not successful, but it does want to tell me that you're looking for collaboration now. You're not interested in just doing things on your own. It's more interesting when there's more than one. And perhaps that's why Spirit shows up through the Hierophant. They call this the Pope of the Tarot. Somebody who is a spiritual conduit, a liaison to Spirit. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a sacred text, right? Like this. Sacred text. Teaching. Could be a shaman, a guru, a wise friend, channeling messages. The Hierophant talks about codes of conduct and standards, how one does things, how one should do things. But it talks about spirituality, higher level commitment. And it's almost like in the future potential, I see you kind of using what you've amassed for good purposes, but kind of consulting with Spirit on what your next move should be. I'm going to get a piece of advice from Spirit. One last card. Spirit, 2 cards came out. The 8 of Pentacles, Prudence, and the 2 of Cups, Love. So we have the 9 of Pentacles here. We have the 8 of Pentacles here. Spirit's advice. Well, Spirit just said, keep on keeping on. Well, great. Thanks, Spirit. 8 of Pentacles, Prudence. It's all about kind of nose to the grindstone a little bit. You can see here, this person I think is probably a watchmaker or a watch repairer. Something having to do with time. Being mindful of time. Being mindful of time. Talks about where we invest the majority of our time. So this could be a job situation or project, something that we're really passionate but diligent about. It's where we invest a lot of our time. For me, it's like, what's my day job, but it's also this YouTube channel, right? Every weekend, I use my time off to film readings, right? Because I believe in it. It's my project. It's my purpose. So it's something like that, your purpose. And here with this beautiful Two of Cups, I think you're the only sign so far in, I don't know, 7 readings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 readings. 7 readings. That's gotten this Two of Cups. The Love card, divine partnership, divine connection. Connection to your higher self, your higher aspect, your soul. Really consulting with your higher self about your path, consulting with spirit. That's how you're going to break the bonds, you know, like, how do you break the human bonds that bond us to something like doubt or a lack of confidence? By connecting to the oneness with spirit, by understanding that you're a divine being. You're that important, Taurus. You're that important. What are you going to do with that responsibility? That's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Taurus.